revealing the stunning aftermath of a colossal endeavor, the abandoned $27 billion megaproject in the UK, a tale that will leave you stunned. Amidst the whispers of broken dreams and monumental loss, a forgotten treasure awaits rediscovery. Today, we embark on an extraordinary journey to uncover the shocking truth behind China's ill-fated $27 billion megaproject in the UK. Prepare to be fascinated by a narrative that transcends borders and unearths the depths of ambition and its consequences. There is no doubt that China has unmatched nuclear energy expertise, making it the undeniable superpower in this field. China has made a significant advancement by using nuclear technology not just for weapons, but also as a crucial source of electricity, while many other countries deal with catastrophic energy crises. Through the use of 7 cutting-edge nuclear power reactors, China has successfully met its own rising energy needs thanks to this clever strategy. As a result, nations who are in desperate need of accessible energy solutions are lured to the concept of asking China to build nuclear power facilities on their own. China's vast nuclear energy expertise offers a special opportunity to countries all around the world. China offers other nations access to the knowledge necessary to construct incredibly efficient power plants that can produce an abundance of electricity. Recognizing the enormous potential, the UK launched a groundbreaking project worth an astounding $27 billion in collaboration with China. The goal of this project was to satisfy the nation's urgent energy demands while reshaping the energy landscape. But unexpectedly, China has pulled out of this ambitious project, leaving a huge gap and a lot of concerns unanswered. Why did China decide to make this unprecedented move? What is hidden below the surface? This compelling documentary explores the factors that led China to back out of the historic $27 billion nuclear power plant deal with the United Kingdom in order to reveal the inside story. Be prepared to investigate the elements that influenced this unexpected turn of events, illuminating the complex dynamics at work in the area of global nuclear energy cooperation. So, what was the basic motive which compelled China to make this drastic decision? We will check it out shortly. China, a country with a reputation for having the largest population on Earth, is faced with a pressing challenge: how to fulfill the desperate desire for power and energy that not only supports its enormous population, but also drives the unrelenting output in its numerous factories. Surprisingly, despite managing a complex network of international commerce, China continues to rely on external sources, primarily Russia and Iran, to meet its enormous energy needs. China, on the other hand, refuses to be submissive to anyone as it aspires to maintain its position as the world's top exporter. China has set out on a historic mission to create its own energy channels, capable of satisfying the inflexible demands of both its industrial complexes and residential enclave, with an uncompromising drive to eradicate vulnerabilities. This bold initiative embodies China's unwavering quest of independence and drives the country towards an unstoppable future, especially in the lack of abundant oil or other natural resources. China was confronted with few options when building power plants and utilizing solar and wind energy for adequate power storage beneath its vast landscape. Sadly, these traditional solutions were unable to satisfy the nation's constantly expanding needs. China, which was determined to look into alternatives, discovered the enormous potential of nuclear power. China currently holds the distinction of being the only nation using nuclear energy to generate power. China has not only pioneered the way, but also set the bar for nuclear-powered electricity generation with its remarkable fleet of 7 nuclear power facilities. This incredible accomplishment demonstrates China's preparation and unwavering dedication to developing its energy sector. Because of this, other countries are finding themselves compelled by the appeal of this groundbreaking technology, fostering their own desires to adopt nuclear energy as a feasible and sustainable energy alternative. China is leading the way towards an innovative, clean, and efficient nuclear energy future as the rest of the world looks on. Due to its affordability and low infrastructure dependency, nuclear energy has become a tempting choice for nations looking to achieve energy independence. Nations have looked into building nuclear power plants due to the attraction of producing their own electricity, rather than relying on expensive oil and natural gas imports. However, the difficulties and complexities involved in such projects can prove overwhelming for nations lacking the required resources and experience. Before we proceed further and see on which terms both countries were agreed upon in order to make the nuclear powerhouse, make sure that you have hit the like and subscribe button so that you always stay alerted for any upcoming videos on this channel. Now let's continue. The United Kingdom embraced an incredible opportunity by inviting China after realizing the need for outside assistance. The proposal offered China the possibility to construct a nuclear power station in the UK through a joint venture with an incredible $27 billion in value. China would contribute $6.7 billion to the project as part of this win-win deal in exchange for a 33.5% ownership stake. China would control a sizable chunk of the infrastructure and benefit financially from the power plant's operations once it was finished. The UK residents would receive the electricity produced by the plant, and they would be responsible for paying for the energy they used. Consequently, China stood to generate substantial income from its investment in a foreign country, solidifying its position as a global energy powerhouse. China could not pass up the chance since it was so lucrative. The so-called Hinkley Point C project, which promised to give the UK a dependable and sustainable energy supply, was planned to start in 2016 and finish by 2025. The location of the nuclear power plant was carefully chosen, and teams of highly qualified Chinese personnel were sent to the UK with their unmatched efficiency and competence. The UK's decision to work with the Asian superpower was probably influenced by China's outstanding track record of building more than 7 nuclear power facilities domestically. The swiftness and adaptability with which China completed these projects was well chronicled, giving rise to its faith in its abilities. The UK, however, found the project to be a particularly difficult challenge because of its relatively limited domestic experience with nuclear power reactors. Despite being originally scheduled to start in 2016, the project encountered persistent delays that hindered its actual launch. The project was consistently delayed by the United Kingdom, which angered and disappointed people because Chinese teams were present in their nation. The years passed, and suddenly a global pandemic broke out in the year 2020. China effectively reached its breaking point when the UK used this unexpected turn of events as justification to delay the project once more. Despite the UK's urgent energy demands, China, a country that is not ready to participate in extended delays, decided not to continue cooperating with a nation that has slowed down development for more than 4 long years. China's choice showed their steadfast dedication to upholding project schedules and their refusal to accept lengthy delays. China decided to withdraw their invested funds from the joint project and made the official announcement that they were breaking up their relations with it. The UK lost a magnificent chance to attain energy independence, even though there was no direct financial loss as a result of no finished structure. This regrettable result serves as a sobering reminder of the significance of timeliness and the potential implications of extended delays. It's possible that the United States, which may have wanted such a result, has now achieved its goal. China announced the conclusion of its collaboration project with the United Kingdom in a formal announcement. The United Kingdom was left feeling disappointed about a lost opportunity when the news broke. It was hasty to describe China as an unreliable country, but let's look at the reality of the issue. The UK was actually the one who didn't carry out the agreed-upon plans. Although the project was planned to start in 2016, mysteriously no progress was made. China was unintentionally given the chance to leave a joint venture with a careless country due to a deliberate act of delay on the part of the UK. Or maybe China just doesn't want any other country to become energy independent. It seemed hesitant to share its advantage in energy, and the UK's slowness provided a handy justification. Whatever the causes, the UK now lacks a nuclear power plant. Earlier attempts by the UK to build its own power plants, known as Hinkley Point A and Hinkley Point B, were an absolute failure. The UK lacked the technological know-how required to create its own nuclear power plants. China kindly offered its complete support, but tragically, the UK wasted this priceless chance. One can only speculate on the enormous sense of unrealized potential that currently haunts the UK. While all this is going on, Europe is experiencing its worst energy crisis to date, and the UK is not immune to its impacts. The UK would have a brand new nuclear power plant operational by 2025 if the agreement had remained in place. As a result, the UK might have made more money by exporting electricity to nearby European nations. A stake in each watt of electricity generated at Hinkley Point C would have also been held by China. Unfortunately, every one of these bright possibilities has since vanished. So it is evident that the UK is severely affected by China's recent decision to forego potential revenue, and it's likely to suffer the worst effects. Will other nations have to rely on Chinese knowledge to build nuclear power plants? This big concern raises. A problem could arise if China decides not to share its nuclear technology with others. The consequences for nations like the United States should be critically assessed in light of this situation. Should they go ahead with the deal, or should they think it over? Feel free to comment below with your ideas and stay tuned.